What's the greatest lesson you've learned from past relationships?
Trauma. I'm sorry. So much trauma.
I'm gonna give you a couple of statements here.
All right.
All right, ready?
Yeah, yes.
Dating apps are the way to meet somebody long term.
No.
It's becoming more and more normal, but I do think it's more fun if you just like get to know someone in a bar or a festival. Maybe I'm like old-fashioned in this, but I love the idea of meeting somebody at like a random place and just clicking.
I've been on dates from dating apps, and I bumped into my current boyfriend in a cafe at a place where we both used to live, but weren't living anymore.
And being like in your own bubble with that person and talking the whole night and not even realizing that the clock's ticking away.
If you look at like let's say Tinder, for example, like Tinder's also like at least 2/3 guys and probably 75% people who just want to sleep with someone.
If you think about it, it should be. I mean, it's super efficient to meet people like that. And of course you can connect with someone, but yeah, what Prince says is probably true.
Because you get like the feeling like instantly. You can like have the eye contact, have everything instead of like looking at your phone. So yeah, I do want to say just real life.
We're 20, you know, who is really looking for a serious relationship?
Yep.
That's just something that happens to this guy.
For me, I got lucky to bump in someone in real life, but that doesn't mean that you can't find someone online.
Tinder, I think it's just not gonna work for me, man. Long term, short term, whatever, man. I mean, I just have to meet someone in real life.
Texting shouldn't include those very heartfelt conversations and messages you want to leave somebody.
I'm already horrible at messaging my girlfriend. Like, if I'm just messaging some random girl who I've never met would just not work.
Someone will never know how you truly are based on like a couple cheesy texts you sent.
In a relationship, friendship is more important than attraction.
I do think that it's equally important. Yeah, friendship.
So if I really have to choose, I would say friendship.
It depends where you are at. I mean, if I'm in a relationship now, I think attraction will be more important than a friendship. But imagine being married to someone for 40 years.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, friendship is gonna be more important.
I think everybody has bad angles. I mean, you should look at the pictures I take before I post something on Instagram. But, and he might not feel attracted to all of them.
You can always spice things up, but a true friend that really understands you also, I think, is then more important.
Eventually, you're gonna have like you're doing romantic things at most a few hours a day, while you're doing, like you're talking.
A few hours a day, man.
You're not going to talk to somebody if they don't attract you in some kind of way. So I think that that's important. I think long-term, friendship, most definitely. But for the beginning stage, also attraction.
You're talking and like...
You have nothing else to do, eh? You got all the time in the world.
Yeah, I'm doing...
Romance, couple hours a day.
What's the key ingredient to a successful relationship?
Honesty, yeah.
Talking.
I think success is really being able to be yourself.
Communication.
You talk a lot about like how the way you feel and the way you like think everything should be.
Don't be afraid to say anything that's on your mind, but try to always understand the other person's point of view.
Nah, man, you missed the point. It's not talking, it's listening.
Oh shit!
Loving everything about someone, but also loving their flaws.
If you feel something is not right, you could just like tell each other, because I think it brings you a lot further in your relationship.
As long as you keep listening to each other, you're never gonna be in a fight, like a real one, you know.
You can really see the flaws, you either accept it or hate it. I mean, and if you're able to accept it, that says a lot about you, but also about how much you care about that person.
And if you are just willing to listen to each other, I don't think you're gonna be in big trouble. But since no one is really listening to each other, there are gonna be a lot of fights.
That's a good answer. I'll take that one.
What's the greatest lesson you've learned from past relationships?
Trauma. I'm sorry. So much trauma.
Whenever you have like problems in your relationships, you learn how to not everything has to be a big problem. You learn to, like, when someone says like I feel this way, you can't go like, oh well, I have the facts here and this is how you can debate someone out of their emotion.
I think respect. Don't force yourself into something just because you feel like that's what you should be doing at that time.
It's okay if it doesn't work. I mean, you can still be friends or have a great relationship, but just in a different way.
You're always on yourself, and once you start having a relationship, you really have to like compromise sometimes.
Just less conflict and more happiness.
You're not supposed to be doing anything at any point in life. It's really what you make of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've really learned anything from my past relationships, but they all have been fun.
Like listen to the other person and be respectful to the other. Of course, you're also to your friends, but I think in like a deeper or different level, you are respecting your like your partner. Don't force yourself in a relationship you're not ready for. Yeah, I think that's my biggest thing, and that's it. Nothing else on camera.